UPK, O1 West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Don't put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are domination. But just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean and is UPK and the General Yana. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have ear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Matty man are just part of the nation. Yeah, our shy never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation, send evils and curses on the whole city and the beasts and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, another first days. Hey, 400 years of work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and them need doctors and nurses. Hey, one day, it have to turn after the long journey. No care much money you want earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day table in a turn after the long journey. No care much money you want earn, hey, I just part of the mission. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission. Baby, no listen to no fake news, them can't. Could do all it out and them never fake news. Notice I just be a bad bitch, I get forward from with you. But the one you have to good girl them lazy. She never did a pictures, I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures R rated. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. I know every girl a white material. I know every girl forget the juice in my seed bag. I know every girl me just cook my food nor boil my tea in a tea. Put the milk in the cereal. Me like a catty when me dival. When we wash for cook for clean and no fuss. When she hear me get a new girl, I know that me mean when me say me fight me demons. Multiple wife legally, no illegal. Yeah, straight, me don't crazy. I know every catty can be my first lady. I know every press plus body don't pay for plus Tatiana no fit in and no mercy. When me say oh luxury dolly for nurse baby, a trouble when luxury dolly turn no lady. So big up every girl we don't lazy. Your body big, but why your mommy donate it? I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures R rated. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She now wait for money for reach her and donation. She make Reach our man, dull nation. 100 and run, but he waste gal to laugh, to leave her man, but she stay strong. She know say them are no friends, them are haters. Them sleep with every man in the acre. Can't get nobody to stay long. And want the advice for relation. Baby, no listen to no fake news. Them can't keep a man, cause them never stay true. Could hold it out and them never pay bills. Never shut them out and them wicked and cruel, eh? Bag a man a rush, but them just a get yours. Everything them have, them did a fiat blows. Instagram live, them nude for the views. Baby, that I know you though. Sure, I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy R ratings halfway. That's why me give R ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures R rated. Me never did a piggy R ratings halfway. That's why me give R ratings.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome again to the Big Tune Breakdown. You understand? With Officer Kayad one out of the ISUPK Jamaica. So today we are going to break down, you know what I mean? Sean Paul, Give Me the Light. You know what I mean? You know the thing already. This is the real Jamaica TV, and this is where you get the real side of Jamaica. You understand? Yeah, man, not the counterfeit. So, you know what I mean? You know how we do it already. You know what I mean? We find a tune, we break it down, you know what I mean? And we break down the character behind the tune. In this case, we are talking about Sean Paul. So without further ado, just remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, you know what I mean? And share it around. And if you have questions or comments, just leave it in the comment section, you understand? So without further ado, we are jump straight into this tune, you understand?
Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Just give me the light and pass the joe. What's another buckle of more? Yeah, let me know my sides and I got to know which one is gonna catch my flow. Cause I'm in the vibes and I got my dough. What's another buckle of more? Yeah, them looking hype and I got to know. Could I be your protector? You're buffing every sector. Every man around them wants on your inspector. But you know let them threaten, I grill you with no lecture. Or them for a drill, not them fuel injector. And them are infector, disease collector. Now for them I go like them walk come wreck ya. Don't know the parts where you got in your center. But you know you not let them guy they affect you, yo, girl. Just give me the light and pass the joe. What's another buckle of more? Yeah, let me know my sides and I got to know which one is gonna catch my flow. I mean on the vibes and I got my dough. What's another buckle of more? Yeah, them looking hype and I got to know.
All right, so that was Sean Paul, Give Me the Light, you know what I mean? You know the thing already. We're not going to play too much of the song for copyright purposes because you know, say Sean Paul is currently one of Jamaica's, you know what I mean, biggest artist, if not the biggest one. You understand? But many people might not know the background of Sean Paul. I mean, when this song first dropped, this song was the song that, you know what I mean, gave Sean Paul his spotlight as arguably the biggest artist to come out of Jamaica. You understand? When this song dropped, you know what I mean, Jamaicans were so proud because we were not used to seeing a Jamaican artist, you know what I mean, repeatedly, you know what I mean, coming number one on the BET, you know what I mean, 106 in Park, countdown, you know what I mean, so we were proud, you know what I mean, but you know what I mean, for the most part, Sean Paul is not of the same people as the descendants of the slaves here in Jamaica. Of course, many might argue that it's because of Sean Paul lineage, you know what I mean, just like Bob Marley, you know what I mean, why he was propelled to the top, you know what I mean, because many artists here in Jamaica try to accomplish the same thing with better talent than Sean Paul, without a doubt. You understand? Better talent than Shaggy, without a doubt. Better talent than Bob Marley, without a doubt. But never get the chance to, you know what I mean, reach the levels that these artists, you know what I mean, were able to reach. You understand? So people argue, say, well, say I'm skin color, but it go deeper than him skin color. We're going to show you. So we're going to go into the history of the man, Sean Paul, you know what I mean? And we're going to show you who Sean Paul's father is, you know what I mean? And at the same time, we're going to show you who Sean Paul is in. All right, so this is Sean Paul's father, you know what I mean? His name is Gat Enriquez, you understand? Zin Enriquez is a Spanish name. Of course, we have Isacarite brothers who are named Enriquez, but in this case, this is a Spanish or Portuguese name, you understand? So it's a married life with the wife was good. Garth Enriquez was married to Franz Enriquez. However, there is less information available about him. The detail about the wedding day and their dating life are hidden from the media. His wife was a painter by profession while he was a swimmer. All right. It would not be wrong to say that everybody in his family is an expert at swimming. You know what I mean? All right. Let me continue reading. Scroll along. Then the couple share the same kind of value and culture as they were both the natives of Jamaica. So they both lived in Jamaica, but they came from different origins of, you know what I mean, than the slaves who were brought over here and shipped. Let me continue reading. Both of them as boys, you know what I mean, Slakia. After marriage, the couple shared 2 children. Both of them are boys, whose names are Sean Paul and Jason Jigzagula Enriquez. You know what I mean? So Sean Paul and his brother, Zane. Garth Enriquez was a doted father, a good husband, you know what I mean, to his wife, and caring and loving, you know what I mean. Let me continue. He took his last breath on the 24th of August 2008. So that was when Sean Paul's father died. All right. All right. Let me continue reading. All right. So let me scroll up. You know what I mean? Let me talk about Sean Paul now. See? The growing up in the multi-ethnic family, because Sean Paul grew up in a multi-ethnic family, you know, you see? Let me continue reading. His sons, meaning, you know what I mean? This was his father, but this is his son, see? His son, Sean Paul and Jason Jig Zagula Enriquez, grown up in a multi-ethnic family as their parents, as a paternal grandfather had Portuguese heritage. And that is where the importance is right now. You understand? Because we know that you are the seed of your fathers. You understand? So Sean Paul's father was a Portuguese, which make Sean Paul a Portuguese. Or in a better way to say it, Sean Paul's father was an oppressor. You know what I mean? Which makes Sean Paul an oppressor. You understand? We know that the Portuguese were responsible for the enslavement of our brothers over there in Brazil. You understand? The Portuguese, I think, was the first colonizers over here in the West. You understand? And Sean Paul descends from them. You see? So it's a paternal grandfather had Portuguese heritage and grandmother had Sephardic Jew heritage. So his grandmother was a Jewish woman or a fake Jew, which we know the real Jews, you know what I mean? Some of them are here in Jamaica. You understand? The real Jews were brought over here in chains. You understand? So Sean Paul come from our oppressor, and you know what I mean? His grandmother was a fake Jew, which makes Sean Paul an oppressor and a fake Jew. You understand? But for them, it was, you know what I mean? Let me read this. And not only that, his maternal grandfather was African. So on his mother's side now, his grandfather was African. You understand? Which is going to explain the next article where I'm going to read now. See? And it is good to, you know what I mean, just do the background check on many of these entertainers, because we here in Jamaica, we are, you know what I mean, we are confused as to why some artists make it through the gate and some don't. You understand? We're going to show you why. You understand? So Sean Paul was basically from the same lineage as Bob Marley. You know what I mean? Hence the reason why he make it on the level as Bob Marley did. You understand? So watch this, you know. See? Sean Paul did a thing the other day. You understand? Let me just give you a backdrop on the whole situation. So Stonebwoy, a African, a Ghanaian dancehall artist, you know what I mean? And bear that in mind, he's a Ghanaian and a dancehall artist, which we know that is Jamaica make dancehall, see? But anyway, he said that reggae don't belong to Africa. Reggae don't belong to the Caribbean at its core. Slovakia, it belongs to Africa. And Sean Paul agree with him. Zane, we are going to read the article. It says, Sean Paul says nothing wrong with Stonebwoy's comment on reggae origin. Zane, Sean Paul had defended Ghanaian artist Stonebwoy recent statement that reggae doesn't belong to any Caribbean society from its core and that it belongs to Africa. See, Paul in an Instagram live session on Sunday with Stonebwoy cast blame on the media, which he accused of misrepresenting the Ghanaian, whom he said, unlike some other foreign artists, always pay homage to Jamaica. All right, so Sean Paul basically defend Stonebwoy's speech, and he's claiming that, you know what I mean, the media was, you know what I mean, basically misrepresenting what Stonebwoy said. But you can't misrepresent a quote because Stonebwoy said it does not belong to any Caribbean society at its core. What that mean? We know that reggae belongs to Jamaica at its core. What Stonebwoy was really doing still, you know, Stonebwoy was really taking credit for dancehall, saying that not dancehall, reggae, which, you know what I mean, inequivalently taking credit for dancehall too. See? He was basically taking credit for reggae by saying that, well, because we are Africans, see, which we are not, see, and reggae as African drum and built on the foundation of African drum, it really belongs for Africa, which is another lie. Reggae is not embedded in any African style of music, any at all. You understand? We know reggae's origin. Reggae comes from, you know what I mean, Mento, Skia, Rocksteady, and none of them then have the African drum. You understand? But Sean Paul being a heathen like Stonebwoy, I agree with him because at the end of the day, Sean Paul don't share the suffering that we share. You know what I mean? The sufferation that we went through to create dancehall and reggae and all them things, the expressing our, you know what I mean, our plight over here in the West, in our music. They can't share it. So it's an easy thing to just give it away. We show you that these heathens have nothing named respect for the people over here. You understand? Sean Paul was able to, you know what I mean, make it big with dancehall, which his foreparents had nothing to do with creating. You know what I mean? And so did Stonebwoy. You understand? So they don't know the hard work which comes into, you know what I mean, creating the music. You understand? So, you know what I mean, it's just Edens basically taking credit, you know what I mean, because they were successful, because the system basically keep the real creators, which are the Israelites here in Jamaica, out of the success of the music itself. You understand? Yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? I disagree with Sean Paul in agreeing with Stonebwoy because, you know what I mean? Stonebwoy is basically taking credit for our genre of music that we created. I mean, we were over here suffering and the Africans weren't able to create anything of any value. You understand? But as soon as we create something that is world renowned, then no, the Africans want to take credit for it. You know what I mean? That is unfair. You understand? Especially that you sold us into slavery. And you know what I mean? And we are not the same people. You know what I mean? And the Rastafari community tries to paint the picture that we are Africans when we are indeed not Africans. It was the Hebrew Israelites that the Africans sold into slavery, knowing that we were not the same people. You know what I mean? So Israelites here in Jamaica created, you know what I mean, this great culture called reggae, dancehall, sciamento, and everything that we create. You understand? And now the people who are guilty for our enslavement are trying to say, give me that. That is ours. You stole it from us. And that is a lie because obviously you guys don't have any creativity to your name. You understand? Little Jamaica is outshining you. Can you imagine that? Anyway, so, you know what I mean? We disagree with Sean Paul and we disagree with Stonebwoy. You understand? And that is just the thing. Eden's trying to steal from the children of Israel. You understand? All right, what we are going to do now, we're going to jump over to another heathen. You understand? And this is Bob Marley's daughter. We're going to read this article. You know what I mean? And this is in itself is so, you know what I mean, predictable. See? It is very predictable. Many people might find, you know what I mean? People might read this and it fly over them head. Some people might wonder why though. You know what I mean? But we here in the ISUPK, we were expecting this. So it said, Bob Marley's granddaughter, White Lives Matter shirt create controversy. Let me give you a backdrop. Bob Marley's granddaughter was seen wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. You understand? We know that the Black Lives Matter movement started because of, you know what I mean, black men being killed. You understand? In the streets of America. So a movement was started, you know what I mean, even though we don't support the foundation of the movement because it's a lot of LGBT in it, but we know that the movement was started because of black men being murdered in America by police. No, the oppressor now, the Ku Klux Klan and them, you know what I mean, because they don't love black people, started, you know what I mean, the slogan, White Lives Matter, to counteract Black Lives Matter, basically saying that no, Black lives don't matter, it is white lives matter. As if to say that white lives are in danger when it is black lives that are in danger. So now Bob Marley daughter, Zane, she was seen wearing one of these White Lives Matter shirt at Kanye West event, and Kanye West was wearing one of those shirts as well as this girl named what's her name again? Another Trump supporter, Zane, I still remember her name, right? And all of them, Kanye West and this other lady had something in common. They both was married to oppressor. But Bob Marley daughter now, let me read the article. Sheila Marley, the granddaughter of the legendary reggae singer Bob Marley, has drawn criticism for sporting a White Lives Matter t-shirt at rappers Kanye West fashion presentation on Monday. The 23-year-old model has responded to her detractors saying they cannot coax or bully her into being what they want her to be. You know what I mean? And this is a very insensitive statement. You know what I mean? Because you are wearing a shirt, basically, you know what I mean, saying that white lives matter as if white lives are being ruined or are taken away in America. You know what I mean? Which is a counteraction to black lives being taken away in America and black people being oppressed in America. And you are saying that people are trying to bully you. It is you that is insensitive and hate black people. You understand why you sided with the Ku Klux Klan? You know what I mean? Again, it was Kanye West's event. You know what I mean? And he was wearing the shirt because, you know what I mean, Kanye West hate black people. You know what I mean? But Bob Marley daughter, let me give you the history and she know. Of course, we know that Bob Marley is a white man. And you might say, why we say that? Well, Bob Marley's father was a white man. And remember, you are from your father. You come from the seed of your father. Whichever nation your father belonged to, that is the nation that you belong to. Because the man carried the seed. You understand? So Bob Marley's father was a white Jewish man. So his children are white people. They are white children. Now his grandchildren, they are also white as well. You understand? And that is what you're seeing in this devil right here in black skin. You understand? This is a devil in black skin, you know. Zane, that is what you're seeing in Bob Marley daughter. So remember when me say how many people might see this and be confused as to why would she do that? Because Bob Marley is known for saying that Africa unite, even though he's a devil. But we in the ISUPK and the commanding general, and we understand this fully. You understand? We understand this fully. We know that that is devil in black skin and they don't love you. And there's a lot of devils out here in black skin and all across the world because our people mix and mingle with the oppressor. You understand? So we're going to jump to a scripture right now still. Remember to like the video, share it around. Also leave your comments, you know what I mean, and your questions. So we're going to jump to this scripture. You know what I mean? And this is the reason why it is important for our people to never join with the other nations. You understand? Because you create monsters like these who, you know what I mean, you don't understand because you see a black person and not know that that's a white person in a black body. You understand? This is the book of Deuteronomy 7 and 3, where we read from 3 to 4, and it says, Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughters shall thou take unto thy son. You understand? So the Most High gave the children of Israel laws concerning marrying Edens, and he said, don't. You know what I mean? For this reason, you are going to create a monster that hates you and think that this monster come from your people. You understand? Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me. You understand? And that is what happened to Kanye West. Because Kanye West married Kim Kardashian. Now his heart is turned away from his people. And he thinks white life matter more than black life. You understand? Voting for Trump and all that thing. And this devil that he married to, Kim Kardashian, she mad him. Mad like Shad. You know what I mean? He's a billionaire, you know, because the oppressor allow him to be a billionaire because he hates his people. You understand? And the same woman mad him. You understand? Let me continue reading. That they may serve other gods, and that is what you're seeing. You know what I mean? When it says serve other gods, mean you love the white Jesus and you love, you know what I mean, the African religions, and you love this because you're married to the heathens. And as a result, you hate your own people because when you serve the heathens, God, you serve the heathens. You know what I mean? So you can't serve your own people. You're going to hate your people. You're going to look down on your people like Kanye West. You understand? Let me continue reading. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. You know what I mean? So the Most High said this, you know what I mean? It's a sin that is punishable by death. You understand? Let me jump to another scripture. See? Remember to like the video, share it around. Also leave your comments in the comment section. You know the thing already. This is the book of Psalms. You know what I mean? Chapter 58 and verse 3. And this is what it says. The wicked are estranged from the womb. You understand? And that is what you're seeing in Bob Marley, granddaughter. You know what I mean? Because she's from the seed of the oppressor. You know what I mean? She come out wicked. She come out hating you and you don't even know it. You understand? You are wondering why does Bob Marley do so much conscious music about black people? You know what I mean? And his granddaughter is, you know what I mean, hating the same people that he sing about. You didn't know that Bob Marley hate your guts too. You understand? You didn't know that Bob Marley benefited from white privilege. That is the reason why he's called the king of reggae. You didn't know that. You understand? Let me continue reading. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. You know what I mean? And this is the lie that they say. You know what I mean? Saying that white lives matter, you know what I mean, is to say that white lives are in danger. You know what I mean? And we know that white lives are not in danger over there in the United States. It is black men who are being murdered in the street by cops. You know, everyone kills us. You understand? So that is a lie, saying that white lives matter, basically saying that white lives are in danger. You understand? That is a lie. So that is the lie that they speak. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. All right. So that's basically it on Sean Paul and, you know what I mean, these heathens that, you know what I mean, basically they dominate our music space, you know what I mean, and now we are seeing their offsprings, you know what I mean, basically showing their true colors, showing who they are, you know what I mean, the seed of the devil, you understand, and Sean Paul himself teaming up with, you know what I mean, that heathen Stonebwoy to basically take, you know what I mean, take inside with that heathen in him saying that, you know what I mean, he was not saying what he actually said. You understand? Yeah, man. So without further ado, we are going to close off that one here. This is another episode of Big Tune Breakdown on the Real Jamaica TV. You know what I mean? Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You understand? You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Go over to isupk.com, send your donations over there. You know what I mean? Tune in to Black Watch. You know what I mean? We command in General Yana. You understand? And watch our classes on ISUPK Jamaica, YouTube, and also on Facebook. You know what I mean? And sometimes on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok as well. And with that, we're going to jump out with some tune there. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know the thing already.
UPK, oh and west. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, contamination. But just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the nation, that girl get a vision.